Hello, friends. The other day I recorded with wearing my Scotland jersey, and I sang Flower of Scotland. Well, this is my other team, Japan, which is why I'm wearing not the current Japan replica jersey, but actually one from a few years back. At any rate, I've decided to support two teams in the upcoming Rugby World Cup 2023 in France. And my two teams are Japan and Scotland. I think it was the Australian World Cup, maybe 2007, was it? When the idea got about that you should support a second team. Well, this is what I'm doing. And as I think I explained in the previous video, it gives me double the chance of a quarterfinal place, particularly because this time Japan and Scotland are not in the same pool, which they seem to have been every time, almost every time up to now. Okay, so here we go. So how am I going to show my support? Well, first of all, I actually did go to Kumamoto last Saturday to see Japan against the All Blacks 15, effectively the second team of the All Blacks. And of course, they did actually lose, but it was a much improved performance on the previous week at Chichibunomiya, where they scored no tries at all. At Kumamoto, they managed to score 3 tries. And if I can remember the score, I think it was 41-28 or something of that nature. So it was a much improved performance. And if you look at the schedule, which I could just bring up in a moment here, we've got the schedule until the World Cup. You've got, well, tomorrow Japan are playing Samoa in Sapporo, sorry, and then Tonga on July 29th at Hanazono in Osaka, and then Fiji on August the 5th at Prince Chichibu Memorial Rugby Ground, Chichibunomiya. And then they leave Japan, and the next game is against Italy on the 27th of August, which is at the Stadio Comunale Monigo in Treviso, I believe, in North Italy. And then you've got the actual World Cup itself. So we've got Japan against Chile, September the 10th. This is, I presume, local times, 2000. Is that Paris time, presumably, or French time? And then you've got England, Japan, September the 18th, 4 in the morning. That surely, oh, perhaps this is Japan time. Japan against Samoa on September 29th, and Japan against Argentina on October the 8th. So it's a tough, oh yes, all times are in Japan Standard Time. Okay. It's a tough pool, that's for sure. It'll take all of the coaches and players' effort and ingenuity to get out of this pool. I do have some special links with Chile as well, by the way, but this is not the time and place perhaps to be talking about those. Anyway, Jamie Joseph and Tony Brown are the main coaches for Japan, and they've done it very well up to now. And personally, I trust them a great deal. I think they've done wonders with the Japan team. Don't forget that they got into the quarterfinals for the first time in the last Rugby World Cup 2019. And that was a tremendous step forward. And I think John Mitchell, who's also a Kiwi, has joined them. I forget what exactly his role is. Is it defense or is it? Yeah, it's probably defense. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so basically Japan improved a great deal from Chichibunomiya to Kumamoto last week, partly because they put in some veterans such as Horie. But they've got all these, well, they've got these 3 games against Pacific nations to get more game time. Really, it seems that's what they really need. And then another one against Italy, which will be, it's sure to be a closely contested one, a hard game, because I think they, in the last 4 games, they've won 2 each, Italy and Japan. So that's one worth looking forward to. But anyways, so now I'm just going to talk about the Japanese national anthem. This is the Kimi Yo. Here you can see in Japanese, Kimi Yo. Okay, and this is, of course, an explanation of it in Japanese. The words are very old. I think the music is less so. I will give my version of it, and then I will go through the translation by the noted Japanologist, Basil Hall Chamberlain. So here we go. Kimi ga yo wa chiyo ni hachiyo ni sazare ishi no iwa o tonarite koge no musu made. I think I got that pretty much right. I might have been slightly out on the matching of words and music at some point there, but basically that was it. And so here's a translation by Basil Hall Chamberlain, the British Japanologist. Thousands of years of happy reign be thine. Rule on, my lord, till what are pebbles now, by age united to mighty rocks shall grow, whose venerable sides the moss doth line. Well, it doesn't, on the face of it, that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. But it's really asking that the emperor rule for thousands of years, or for a very long time at least. And indeed, Emperor Hirohito did rule for, I think it was 63 years. I arrived in Japan in 1988, and I was just in time to see the end of his reign. He died in 1989, in January, I think it was. All right, so here we go. And of course, the nickname of the team is Brave Blossoms. You can see the blossoms here on my, we can get rid of this now. Go back to, yeah. These are the cherry blossoms, the sakura on the national jersey. And of course, they are a symbol of brave Japanese and the glorious bravery which lasts for a brief time and then is seen no more. It's a kind of symbol of Japan, as you probably know. The cherry blossom season is very, very much symbolic of Japan. So there we are. I think that's all I've got to say at the moment. I do have a more modern version of this jersey, but I think I prefer this one, if I'm perfectly honest. But then I prefer the older Scottish jersey as well. It's just the way I am. Sorry about that. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.